I got fired after 3 months after someone had found out. And the manager at that point had said straight up, like, if you were my daughter, I'd be disgusted.
What's the company's name?
And she disclosed how much she'd made the previous month. And I was like, if this quiet, timid person can make that kind of money in a month, like, why not? Let me give it a go.
It's not licensed. Like, you guys are not supposed to be selling it. It's not FAC. What? What is FAC?
FTA?
FTA. Welcome to The Blueprint. My name is B.A. Pusha. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for subscribing and liking. We love it over here. Thank you so much, guys. This is our 11th episode. Yes, yeah, 11th episode. So everybody in the building, give a shout out to the 11th episode right about now. We're getting there. We have 485 left to hit 1 million subscribers. We're about to hit 100 K subscribers. I'd like to welcome my guest. We met actually at Forex. I don't know what was going there, but it was Forex something. I got paid to be there, so I was happy to be there. And there was one lady that I met over there, and she was quite, how can I put it? I thought, like, you know when you meet, like, people and you're like, this one, she has a darkiness about her. You know, she's not the typical white girl that you would meet. And now we are talking about, she had some flavor about her. There was something different about her, but we're going to find out more about Vanessa, who is here from Herbalife. She's going to school us about multi-level marketing, which is something I don't like. I'm going to put it out there. And then she's going to try and convince me. But we're going to get into why she's in this multi-level marketing. Obviously, we're going to talk about Herbalife as multi-level marketing. Right? Vanessa, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, making, like, you gave out your time to be here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I want us to be relaxed with this one, you know?
Okay.
Like we spoke when I first met you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we went to the Forex, what was it?
It was a Forex. You got paid. I went for a free dinner. I went for a free dinner. And I actually just went to network. I didn't actually know what I was going for.
I remember that conversation.
But I think if it wasn't for you, actually, I probably would have left early because I was like, I don't know. It was
weird, no?
It was
like when we first got
kind
in
of it was a different
energy.
Kind of thing. Yeah, even
let's
not
actually take out the company. They might
yeah,
call
let's
us.
not do that. But it was cool. It was a good dinner. And it was really nice chatting with you actually, just in terms of different things. You know, I didn't actually introduce myself to you initially that I did Herbalife, and I did that purposely. And I'm hoping maybe to clear up maybe some misconceptions that a lot of people have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I think of the first, I sat next to you because I had to. Like, it was chairs and chairs that were allocated to people. I think there was a reason.
Late,
exactly,
so,
we were both late.
We were both
by
late,
the way.
so yeah.
I think there's always a reason why people meet.
Yeah.
You know, and we hit it off from get-go.
Yeah.
Because we're both late and we both found it weird to be there.
Yeah.
And we were not sure why we were there. But there was something that you said when we met. But before we get into that, tell us about yourself. I hate that question. Tell us about yourself, where you come from, your background. I hate it because it doesn't make you, you know, but we need to know more about who Vanessa is. There's different aspects that I've seen in your life that that I said there was something that I could notice about you. And then when we got to know each other, I was like, okay, that's why. Yeah. I think you'll tell us a little bit about that. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
So I'm originally from the UK. We moved here in 95, 96. My whole family actually moved back to the UK. I think... the only one left with me was my mom. My whole family moved back in 98. My mom and I stayed out here. And she eventually moved back, I think about 16 years ago. I decided to stay in SA because I had an ex-boyfriend and I was so in love. So I've been in SA for the last 16 years by myself with no family. And my family had actually said... I can't send them the link to this YouTube. So my dad had actually said, if you chase a man, I'm cutting you off financially. And in my stubborn youth, I said, fine. And
How old were you?
I must have been about 18, 19.
So were you getting allowance?
No, not really.
So
I mean,
how
I
is
don't
he
know
cutting
why you
off?
said that anyway. Sorry, Dad.
Okay.
It's not like he was, So I'd actually gone home. I went home. I worked for a bit. I went back to the UK for a couple of months, and then I saved up enough to come back here, and then started working. And I worked in corporate I've only got a matric. I worked in corporate for maybe about 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was working long hours. I was working in the motor industry, which is very male dominated.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Afrikaans as well. And in terms of my preferential choices, in terms of relationships and stuff, I was victimized a lot.
What is your preference?
So I am married to, I'm petty according to my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of every time that would come up in the places that I was working, I got fired after 3 months after someone had found out. And the manager at that point had said straight up, like, if you were my daughter, I'd be disgusted.
What's the company's name?
I ain't doing that.
Hmm?
You're
You're not gonna do that?
No.
I'd love.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
You're
lucky.
super lucky. So even in terms of the corporate space in the motor industry, I was never happy. And it was never in sales. I was in all different departments. I've worked for numerous different brands in the country.
So you experienced racism as a UK based
As
white
a foreigner, as a
foreigner,
white person, yeah. That's dating out of my race.
Do you feel like racism? Okay, let me put it like this: the UK racism is it there? Does it exist?
I don't think
As
it's
much as in
as
South
prevalent as here. I think back home, even being in a multiracial relationship or even being in a same-sex relationship, all of these things that are so in this country, it's kind of like a big taboo, or people look at you like, there, no one really cares. So it's not a big deal. Here it is a big deal, and here I don't understand why it's a big deal. Well, I can understand, but I also, there's so many different corners to it, to be honest. But anyway, so even in terms of corporate, I was never really happy. Doing okay, I have literally worked to survive, to be out here by myself. And then I was working like as a mom of two as well. I was working 6 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Didn't get to take my kids to school, didn't get to fetch them from school, missed like mom's days or ballet days, because even in that workspace, for you to take leave or anything to say my kid is sick, it's always
a request.
Yeah, and it's
ask.
always like you're making up a story, And so I really did miss the first couple of years of my kids' lives, which a lot of people have to sacrifice. I understand that. Like, I it is what it is. But I really wasn't happy. I was having like panic attacks on Sunday nights before I'd go to work. Friday comes and I'm excited. And I think because I'd been in the corporate space for so long, I think corporate life kind of limits your self-belief, your self-worth. It really does limit you. No one is going to teach you, or, someone said to me that before I started network marketing, your boss is never going to pay you enough for you
to stay
in the same street, And even when I started with my business, which I'll go into, but they say create a vision board. And if I reflect back on my vision board, that when I first started, it was still very small-minded. It was still very like, even the cars and everything I'd put on there, because I had like a limiting self-belief, I guess, of what's possible. But anyway, so how did I get into network marketing?
How before you get into that,
Yeah.
how important is a vision board for someone who is fresh out of corporate? I'm thinking that
Yeah.
was you, right? Fresh out of corporate, you're thinking big, right? Do you still use vision boards?
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing I have to. And how important is that?
So I think it's really important. I think even in terms of having a clear goal in mind of what you want is important for you to see it, to manifest it. I think it really is important. There's a lot of things that I've manifested off my own vision board.
What was on your vision board? The Mustang you're driving right now?
Yeah, same color, same everything. Some of the trips, I love to travel. Some of the items that I'd put on there.
Done some of.
You know, like shoes, bags, that kind of thing.
Was it expensive shoes, bags?
No.
Was it out
no,
of
I'm
out
not.
of
I'm not.
reach?
No, I'm not into those. I'm not into like ridiculous. Like, well, it's not ridiculous to some people.
Mustang.
Yeah, the car. The car's a day-to-day thing, you know. But yeah, I think vision boards are really, really important, especially coming out of corporate. I think there's a lot of things I had to unlearn in corporate, and I find even in terms of in Mzansi itself, you'll find that people will look for jobs. Their salary will just cover the cost of how they live. You know, so if you're now looking for a job, you're going to look for enough to cover your rent or your car, maybe the school fees and groceries, and that's all you're looking for. You're not looking for anything else. And even in terms of, if you think about it now, even with inflation and everything else, if you've got a set income, with inflation and everything else, and if you're only, and that's how I was, you know, in corporate, I was looking for jobs that would just cover the costs of my lifestyle. Living hand to mouth, never enough money at the end of the month, you know. So there was a lot of things I had to unlearn from corporate. There was a lot of things I had to unlearn.
What is the first thing you think, like the biggest thing you had to unlearn?
That my income would be set the same amount, maybe plus 5% every year. That even with me making, and I know it sounds absurd, but even with me being self-employed, that my income now will probably be the same next year. Because I've been so used to receiving the same income for a year on end, and then the next year maybe get a 5% increase. Even when I bought the car, I literally, I got approved and I wanted to vomit. Because I was like, you know, I because I didn't know, you know, that I could, like the limiting self-belief that you can make more money if you're in control of it. If you now are in control of your own time, anything is possible. I learned a lot in terms of to dream big. I've learned a lot in terms of business itself. Corporate aren't going to teach you anything else other than your job. So there's no growth, you know, and if you're not growing, you're essentially dying. So, yeah.
Let's get into now corporate. You understand this is not for me. When do you get introduced to Herbalife? Let's say Herbalife, right? When do you start taking the leap? You quit your job immediately?
No.
What happens?
So I was using the products when I was working. I got on the products. I actually wanted to get my husband on the products. After we got married, he put on a lot of weight. Well, we both got comfortable as it happens.
Why do married people always get comfortable?
I don't know. I think the build up to the wedding, like we starved ourselves, and then after we got married, we were like, let's go. Like
you guys, you know me, I'm not trying to be sexy for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're locked in, so there's no getting away from it. So yeah, we both put on a lot of weight. It started affecting my self-esteem, my confidence. I stopped being social and stuff, and even for him, I could see a big shift in terms of how he felt. On the weekends, we'd both be tired, trying to get the kids to sleep all the time because we were just we're just,
Just existing.
yeah. So I actually got the products for him because I wanted him to lose weight.
Vanessa!
I was like, we're going to gym and everything. I was like, but Famo, you just like...
You should... Nah, bro, this is not the guy I'm married.
This is not the one. So my coach had then said to me, since you guys are married, why don't you both get on the products? Because otherwise it's going to be, And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, I don't really need them because I'm going to gym, but it's fine. And working in corporate, I was at gym at 4 a.m. So I just wanted like put that out there that's something I also swore I'd never do again. Like I'll never wake up at 3 a.m. to get to gym ever again. So anyway, so we got on the products. He got great results. I got great results. He was 136 kgs. And I...
Can we have the pictures over here? Thank you.
So he literally, like, the reason why I said we needed to get on these products, because he was snoring when he was awake. So I started calling him like Biggie because he, like, we'd be watching a movie and I'd be like, I'm like, are you sleeping? And he's not sleeping. He's just there. And I'm like, is this guy's gonna die? Like, like I'm not trying to be a single parent now, fam. Like, so we got great results. And when they told me about the business, I love the products, but I was like, hell no. Wow. I was like, I've never sold anything before in my life. I don't look, my coach used to be an ex-bodybuilder or whatever. So I was like, of course you can sell products.
Because, you're
because you look, I mean, and I was also very concerned about what my friends and family would think about me selling shakes. And I also didn't think there'd be much money to be made
in shakes. Exactly.
My coach...
When did you start? Sorry to cut you. When did you start?
2018.
2018? Just now? Why did I think you've been on this game for like...
2018. And to be honest, even at that point, my coach, he was driving like a beat up old Chevy, So even with him, I was kind of like looking at him like...
you're gonna... this guy.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good at my job.
Just
I hate it. But
wait. I think we're getting too far ahead, right? So, like, I think we always think that everybody understands how multi-level marketing works, right? So there's a coach. There's a... I don't know. Please explain it to me how it actually works.
So it's kind of in depth. It's quite in depth. You get a coach.
Okay.
So, for example, in my journey, I had a coach
to
take me through the products, how to use them, to check up on me, gave me eating plans. I did a 90-day challenge with him at that point, and he checked in on us. We did, I mean, that was the other scary thing for me, is we did like a wellness evaluation. I stepped on a scale, and I mean, I knew I was a bit overweight, but my metabolic age was like 63. That was the thing that shook me, because I was like, as a mom, I mean, I got Biggie over here who's about like half to...
You still call him Biggie?
No.
Okay.
He'll kill me. Again, another person I'm not going to send the link to. But yeah, so the metabolic age thing really scared me, because I was like, as a parent, like, I need to look after myself and my kids. But I'm digressing. So anyway, so you've got a coach. You get a coach. They get you the products. You get coached by this person. If you've got a good coach, they will coach you, not just flog products on you. And taught me how to use the products, got great results. Then in terms of the business side, there is a way to then register, right? And then you'll become a distributor. The distributorship, you then have access to your own back room, basically, to do online shopping.
All right.
With the online shopping, you can then operate in 90 plus countries. You can have clients in the States. I've got clients in the States. I've got team members in the States, in the UK, in Botswana, in those 90 plus countries. So what Herbalife does is they ship everything for you. They do, you're the middleman between you and the consumer, basically. And then in terms of this,
is it like drop shipping?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah?
Or even like affiliate marketing.
Oh yes, yes.
So with that, there are a few different streams of income with Herbalife. So for me, after 6 months of my coach asking me to come through to a meeting, he actually posed it to say that I've got really great results. We want to celebrate your results. And I was like, that's damn weird. Like, why you guys want to like clap for me that I've lost weight? I'm like, so anyway, so I'd actually just left my job. I was really, really unhappy. And my husband had said to me for the first time in my life, he said to me, I've got you. You can now, for the next 6 months.
When someone says that, sorry. Anyway, you're saying.
Wow. I'm going to get to that point, let me tell you. Okay. So he was like, I've got you maybe for 6 months. Try and find something that you want to do. So it was the first time in my life that I was given the opportunity for me to now try and pursue something that I actually wanted to do. So I started an events company. Yeah. So
exactly.
It's nothing against events company, but in SA, anyway.
Yeah, in SA.
Yeah.
Done.
So I had a few events. It was great. The return of investment not so great. Fine, but still every business every first 5 years, whatever. But I was like, I'm not. Yeah. And in this period was when my coach kept saying to me, come through, and I was like, oh, let me just get him off my back. I went through and I heard the stories
of the people.
First and foremost, when I walked into that room, everyone's happy. I'm like, these people are on drugs. Like, I'm like, why are people trying to hug me? Like, like I'm coming from corporate. So like, I'm like, normally we're miserable. But now there's like people like coming up to me and asking me my name and, like smiling. And I'm like, these people are like, something. And I sat there and I sat in the room, like kind of like
closed off,
looking at everyone like these people are just weird. But I immediately sat up when I started hearing incomes. And it was like a room full of different kind of people, like old, fat, big, not fat. I don't like using the word fat, my bad. Big, okay. Small, old, young, different ages, different backgrounds. And the one person that stood out for me was one of the speakers got up to share her story. She was quiet, she was timid, and she was a chartered accountant, was doing the business part-time, and she disclosed how much she'd made the previous month. And I was like, if this quiet, timid person can make that kind of money in a month, like, why not? Let me give it a go, because I'm tired of this event stuff,
How much did you say she's making?
She was making 28K part-time.
Great.
And she'd been in the business for 6 months. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just see. The other thing that attracted me was the travel.
Yeah.
So remember being in corporate, the one thing that was always restrictive to me was time.
Yes.
And leave.
Yes.
And one of the reasons I'd actually just left my job was, besides them being horrible, was I'd requested to go home back to the UK for Christmas. I hadn't taken leave the whole year. I'd requested it in July and they said no. And I was like, I really want to go see my family.
Yeah.
So when I saw this picture of, okay, the products work. If I help people look good and feel good, and regain their confidence like it's helped me, and I can also help other people make some money, then I can also travel.
Yeah.
There's fully paid for vacations. Like, people are telling me about different countries they've been to, and I'm like, this is a no-brainer. So I got started. I went to the meeting on the Saturday. I got started that weekend. On the Monday, I officially launched on social media.
What do you mean launched on social media? Are you now...
I posted my transformation photo, which made me feel like super awkward, because I was like, I don't want people to see how...
But you're married now, who cares?
Well, it's a thing. It's a thing, like...
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I get you.
So I was like, I don't really want to... So I posted it, and then my phone just blew up. I made 5K in 2 days. That's what got me really excited.
Whoa.
From the same person, like at that meeting, I was like, who the hell is going to buy a shake from me?
In 2018, Herbalife was already a taboo, right? Not everybody was trying to touch it.
Yeah, I think so.
2020, 2018.
Yeah.
It was just like people were like, this Herbalife thing. What is the
Misconception?
yeah.
I don't know. I think, one thing I have learned is you've got 10 happy clients, if you've got one unhappy one, that one will be louder than the 9.
Of course.
And it's not necessarily that. I think in terms of, I mean, we can go back and forth now about maybe things like in specific, like that you've heard. Then I can maybe touch on that. But I think it goes, like if someone says to me the products don't work, maybe they didn't work for you, they work for me.
Yeah.
It's an $8 billion company. I think it's the number 1 nutrition company in the world. There's, I think 1 in 3 shakes sold globally is Herbalife. So if the product didn't work, it wouldn't have been around for so long, number 1. And number 2, it wouldn't sell so well. You know what I mean?
I think the one that I would go back and forth with you about is that it's not licensed. Like, you guys are not supposed to be selling it. It's not FAC. What? What is FAC?
FDA?
FTA registered.
In which country, though?
South Africa.
In South Africa?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'd have to check.
Okay.
Because that's
the only thing.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, because that's why it's not in. If it could.
Yeah.
It could be in Checkers.
No. So the reason why it's not in Checkers and in terms of your stores,
yeah,
it's because it is direct marketing.
Yes.
Direct selling.
I think
so that's the only reason.
Okay.
So the reason why also in terms of the backstory with Herbalife is that the founder of the business, his mom died from overdose of diet pills. And his mom also was in a very abusive relationship. And she was in that relationship because she was financially dependent on the guy. So he started the business out of the back of his car to sell products that were healthy for people to lose weight, number 1. And number 2, in terms of direct selling, that people can make money.
Yeah.
As well as that it's a healthier thing of
option.
Yeah.
All right. I could be wrong about the FAC. I was just making that up.
Yeah.
Because most of it's not registered.
Yeah. I think it is registered. Otherwise, it would be.
It
would kind of be.
I just wanted to see if you know. Okay, so let's get into this, right? Now, you get into the business. You make 5,000 rands. Your first 2 days. You're very excited. And all you had to do is post on social media your before and after. This is going well, right? Biggie is losing. You guys are
Things
happy.
are great.
Every time you're screaming at each other at these meetings, now you're one of them.
No. It took me a while.
Okay, it took you a while. But, the 5,000 rand is coming in.
Yeah.
How, if someone says, okay, fine, I want to get into this business, is it as easy as you say it is? Like,
no.
Okay.
So it's not going to be easy for, it's not, how can I say this politely?
Don't say it politely. Please, give it to us.
It's like, it's going to be different for everyone. It depends on your drive. I have so many people I've heard from, they say, oh, Herbalife didn't work for me. Yeah, a lot of things aren't going to work for you if you don't work.
Same as dropshipping, same as e-commerce, same as anything.
Same thing.
So if you say put in work, what type of work are we putting in?
To network. I mean, it's network marketing. It's to speak to people, to get results, work on yourself. One of the...
Do I have to gym to sell?
You have to just have a result. Results sell. You could drink the tea and have energy, or you could have, the skincare. There's so many different products, but one thing that we're taught in Herbalife with one of the semi-founders, Jim Rohn, he says, work harder on yourself than you do your job, So even in terms of with that, I think a lot of, I don't want to just say Mzansi. I'm going to say Mzansi because I haven't worked in different sectors in different countries, but Mzansi, it just feels like people just want a quick, easy, get rich quick, whatever the case is. And no one wants to put in work. Even in terms of there's...
Why do you think that is?
I think in Mzansi, like, again, I'm just going to go back to SA, is just that people are very, like, job classist in SA. Like, they feel that if you are a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, that you hold a higher stature in a room than maybe someone that's drop shipping that's making more money than you.
100%.
But because of your title, you know, it's, and I think people have that fear. People have that fear in SA of you're not a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that automatically now puts you at whatever level. And I'm not saying anything against doctors or anything else. I'm just saying in terms of, like, even back home in the UK, if you're a waiter or a waitress, no one cares. No one looks down on you. As long as you're pushing, then that's all good. I think even in terms of, like, people want to get rich overnight and don't understand in terms of the hours that you put in, the blood, sweat, tears, the days you cry, because being an entrepreneur is not easy. And whoever has sold the thing that entrepreneur life is a quick overnight thing that's easy is lied.
It's you guys, the UK people. You all sold that to us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I've been here.
Sucks.
I'm like in between, so you guys can't blame me. It's kind of like an in-betweener.
All right, let's get into this, right? I've always thought of multi-level marketing as this. There's always a kingpin on top, that one who started this whole thing. Né? And then there is the middle guys that he tells his favorite people, right? And then it goes down. And then there's those guys, they're going to recruit their own family that they want them. You see these ones at the bottom, the ones that are making money, they're feeding this whole thing, going out to the next guy, because this guy doesn't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
He just made products.
I wish it was that way.
Okay,
I
but
really
this
wish
is how
it
I
was.
think about it, right?
Yeah.
So he just made products. He made Herbalife shakes. Yeah, I'm shakes. I'm shakes, buffet. Okay, tata shakes. And then he told you, and then he's like, if you sell 10 shakes, you get to keep 50 rand. And I keep 100. Let's say it's 150. I keep 100 and you keep 50 rand. Okay, we're not going to go into the costs. But that's how I feel like it is. Is it like that?
No. I wish it was, because then it would be easier. But
How does it work?
It's so, okay, so there's a few different streams of income with Herbalife. So if we were to break it down, first stream would be retail, right? So when you get registered, as I said, you get a back office, online website, you can order everything else, right? You can operate in all those countries. When you get started, you start off at a discount percentage of 25%. So next thing, you sell a package for $1,000, you're profiting $250, right? The discount ranges go up. Ultimately, where you want to be is 50%, right? So same package for $1,000, you're profiting 500, right? But you have to do a certain amount of. I always say it's like a clicks club card. The more you swipe, the more points you get. Because we're in so many different countries, we use a system of volume points. So that's like a currency. So the more points you get, the more discount percentage you get, right? Second stream of income is wholesale. So that's when you start building a team. Building a team means I've got people in my team earning more money than me. And I'm above them. But what can happen is we work 3 levels. So whatever you sell, right, we also get royalties, okay? So even in terms of, it's not a huge margin. Let's say you do 10,000 Rand production. The person who sponsored you, dependent on the amount of, we've also got targets that we have to accomplish. I can't just sign a bunch of people up and not produce, because then it will just, I have to do a certain amount of production in order for me to collect my check. So there's royalties, there's vacations, there's production bonuses, all of those things. So even in terms of, let's say you sign up at 25% off, you sell same package for $1,000, you're profiting $250. They pay me the difference between your percentage and mine for that sale.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if it's international people, or if it's like clients, we've got clients that just sign up with your, that's why I say it's like affiliate marketing. So they sign up with my code, they get a discount, and then I get paid the percentage difference in terms of for that product. Then Herbalife pays me directly. And if it's overseas, it's in different currencies. So I get paid in dollars as well, which is great.
So you're not dependent on the rand.
No, which is lovely because
I know why.
yeah. So yeah, and then even in terms of like vacations and stuff, I qualified for all income streams in the space.
Yeah, I
of
was
2
looking
years.
at your
Yeah.
trip with your family recently.
Oh, recently, yeah,
He's like, I'm not, didn't
yeah, you know.
Yeah. That was a nice trip.
Yeah.
I was getting hot. You guys
But
went
that wasn't paid for by Herbalife. That wasn't like so. Herbalife, what they do is there's different trips, but once a year, if you qualify, they pay for you plus one. There's different destinations every year. You plus one. They hire out the whole resort. We were supposed to go in lockdown in 2020. I qualified to go to the Dominican Republic. They pay for you plus one. They hire out the whole resort. Food, drinks, booze on tap.
The whole resort?
Everything. Yeah. Food, drinks, everything on tap.
you
They pay
guys
for
are-
everything.
Yes.
So that's for me was a selling point because I was like, in corporate, no one ever recognized
you-
my hard work. Besides give anything. Like to say like you're gonna go places. No one in corporate ever told me that. But in Herbalife, there's so many people in terms of the community, all the people that are happy,
Yeah.
to literally say like you're gonna go places. And I never had that in my life in terms of in the working sector. I'd never had someone say to me, "You're gonna go far," you know, or even say like, "Well done."
Well done.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Are people still buying Herbalife? Serious? Afet? Herbie? Herbie? Okay.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Really?
You've got 5. How many people are here?
Is there any reason why?
Yeah, you have to talk in the mic. I don't know.
I don't know. It's the multi-level marketing thing.
Come here. Come here.
Why?
Oh, you don't want to come here?
No.
See us so shy. I would love to hear another person like
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
off this thing.
Nah, for real. Like I've never done it.
You've
Yeah.
never tried it?
Nah.
You've always
Not done. I'm not saying the business. You've never tried the products.
No.
Okay.
says no.
Because
I don't know, man. It just has a scammy aura about it.
okay.
I don't even want to lie. Like,
Okay.
for real.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
So he says it's got. You see what? I just wanted to hear from other people.
Yeah. I'm not
Because
offended.
I'm. Do you feel that it's got a what? See, let me ask you this: what is the scammy part? It's just they call it scam. What is the scammy part about it?
Because it's so. I see the people that come in the Instagrams and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, man.
You can't relate.
Nah, it's like, for me, when something is just too good,
To be true.
it is.
Mm.
So, it's like, nah.
So would you trust that the products work or no? I'm not talking about the business side. Remember, we've got to take away the distributor from the
It's
actual
not gonna
product
work,
line, right? Do you think the products wouldn't work?
I'm not a gym person as well.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Talk
Okay.
to me because
Yeah.
he's sitting there.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
There
These
you go.
people are confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said scammy element.
Yeah.
Number 2, he doesn't relate with it. All right. It's not something they would try. What would you say about everything that he just said right now?
That's what I said in terms of like, maybe it depends on who you're watching. It also
I think
depends on
all of them. Like for me personally,
Yeah.
until I met you,
yeah.
right? I was like, you don't. I did say like
Yeah.
you don't look like a.
Yeah.
You're not typical
Yeah.
Herbalife.
Yeah.
Sign up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you go with me. You go. That's like they're on
Yeah.
drugs, man.
Yeah.
You know, just sign up. Like it's
Yeah.
so aggressive. You know, it's
Yeah.
always like, yo.
Yeah.
Bro, if it's really that good, you know,
Yeah,
like
why do you wanna
why
change
you
my
want
life?
me? Like why like change your own life? You know what I'm saying? Like goddamn. So
I think I think people do get passionate about it. I can't speak for like that's the thing. I can't speak for everyone. It's the same thing like with Forex. Not
Nah.
everyone's a scammer. You know what I mean? There are people that are making legit money in Forex.
but how can you get scammed in thing? Because I don't
You can't get scammed
eh?
in Herbalife.
You
no,
can't.
No.
Because once you pay for the product, you pay for the product.
Yeah.
You can just sit with the product and do nothing with the
Exactly.
product.
But what I can guarantee you is that you try the product, you get great results, you'll feel good. I'm not talking about the business side. I'm saying even in terms of the product.
Just buying the product.
There is I can my testimony.
Yeah.
I've had millions of clients.
Yeah.
I've seen people get great results. You are going to get people that, as I said, out of the 9, 1 will be the loudest. And even in terms of the products, maybe people will say, you guys must understand also, for the last 5-6 years that I've done the business, you don't think that's the first time I haven't heard that? Or even like I've had people drag me.
Yeah.
Even friends.
Friends.
You know, but it's fine, it's whatever, I see y'all. But that's the thing. So it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't get offended because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Whether or not it's truthful or not is a different thing. And I like a challenge. That's why I bought a loud car, so that when I drive in, people can hear. That's what Herbalife bought me. You know, no,
I
I'm
love
joking.
it. No, but shout out to that.
But yeah, no. So the products work. I think it really depends on who you're getting products from, who's coaching you. It's the same thing as like I find car salespeople scummy. Why? Because it's been depicted like that in the media as well. A lot of things that we're not even cognizant of are marketed in such a way that, like even with Forex,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Forex.
No.
But automatically in my mind, when I think of Forex, I think of like, 619, people emailing me about different things and whatever, you know, like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's my first automatic thing. Before I'm even open to a conversation.
With someone, yeah.
I've had other people from different network marketing companies, even that do incredibly well overseas for Forex trading and stuff. And then I've said to them, it's not my thing.
Yes.
And Herbalife's not everyone's thing, and that's also fine.
Love
you know
it.
what I mean?
Last words?
I don't know. Is there any more questions?
I think that's why I think that's why Herbalife is winning for you, because you're so relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really relatable. And like I would, like, right now I'm thinking of buying some tea.
Yeah.
Just for energy.
Just get on the tea.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get on the tea, man. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just tea, you know?
And I think even in terms of like, if you know, one thing I will say about, network marketing in itself has taught me so much about business. The skills I've learned from Herbalife in itself, all the training seminars, everything, is business skills I can take to any sector.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, I've managed a team of over 1,000 people in different countries, in 15 different countries. A person who didn't think they could sell anything. I've learned how to flip anything, you know. Maybe I get into drop shipping as well. But that's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
It's taught me so much. And I would say, even if anyone's interested in getting into a side hustle, it's a good place to start. You'll find even Robert Kiyosaki, Bill Gates, all of these people will say that network marketing is a brilliant way to start any business because of the amount you're going to learn. I've learned about different personalities, how to bring out the best in different people, how to mentor people, how to do public speaking. That's one thing I could never do. And I've spoken to over 3,000 people. And that's not something ever that I would have ever have learned in corporate.
Of course.
So even in terms of like, I think, I was hoping that you'd have more questions about like me clearing up multi-level marketing.
I did ask that.
Yeah.
And you said something. Something you said about it, but I did. I think for me, it's just like, if someone is watching this, it should be understand what it is all about. I don't think you have to, like you said, it's either for you or not for you.
Yeah.
But I wanted someone who is interested and it is for them. They understand how it works, what is the benefits for them. I think that's what the blueprint is all about.
Yeah.
If we wanted to get into, that's why I said someone else must ask those questions.
Yeah.
Because from my side, like I told you, like I've always found it it's too much in your face, you know, it's too much, and it could be the different type of coaches or people that are advertising it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear it from someone else, how they feel about getting approached by these people. I mean, they will go as far as asking you on a Tinder date.
Yeah.
Only to find out that
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I was like, who is this? Like, I really wanted to find out who it was. Because I was like, that's genius.
That's genius.
I was like, oh, it's
yeah,
just
so
I'm married.
that's basically what I wanted to wrap it up with. Is it which camera? That camera? All right, that camera. So if I'm interested, I want to be under you. I want to be part of this. How do I go about it? Where do I find you? And what am I looking forward to? Is there any capital that I need to get started?
Okay. So I will definitely say whoever you choose to be your coach is very crucial.
Okay.
Whoever's going to mentor you is crucial. You've got to make sure that you find the right mentor. Don't just sign up with like my cousin or whatever. Have a good mentor in this business. To find me, you can find me on social media at Lady Vanessa Mokoena through all social
Mokoena. Is it nice being a Mokoena?
Yeah. When I get pulled over, I use that.
You pull them
I use my black privilege because they check my license and then they're like, wait, hold on. Then they're like, Mokoena. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Limpopo. And sometimes sometimes when people ask me, I'm like, no, I got adopted. It's good. It's always good to see people's reactions. But yeah, you can find me on social media at Lady Vanessa Mokoena. And as I said, we are operational in over 90 plus countries. I've got business in over 15.
Yeah.
I mentor all those people. We do everything online. So, yeah.
Can we have like one workshop that you can do for other people maybe before you leave? When are you leaving the country? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to say that?
It's fine.
Okay.
By the time the
Done.
winter's is air.
Is it? When is it? When does this air?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm funny about energy, you know?
Nah?
People are
Okay,
jealous.
we'll drop 2 more before we drop yours.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So I'll be probably out of the country, but we can do something. No,
Yeah.
you can drop it whenever it's fine. Just drop it.
Okay.
I'm leaving the country. That's what I love about this business as well. I can work anywhere.
anywhere in the
I can
world.
work anywhere. So yeah, I'd be happy to be. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Let's set it up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We're setting it up. If you guys want to be part of it, let's see what we can do. We're going to set up something before Vanessa gets out the country, and then we'll invite you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Leave the handles over here. I'll see you guys on the next podcast blueprint. BA Pusha, gang, fam. We out.